た一つの思い貫く難しさの中で僕は守り抜いて見せたいのさかけがえのないもののために果たしたい役
Hello viewers and welcome to another episode of Trashtalk on Girls Frontline, where I basically talk about the various T-doll you could get in Girls Frontline. With the Gunslinger girl event still going on, let's get going with the next on the list. So, let's say hello to Rico. Rico is a rather joyful girl that cherishes over all the little things in life, and see being in the social welfare agency as more of a blessing than curse as before being converted. She was confined in a hospital since she was born due to her birth defect that rendered her crippled and in constant pain. Her preferred weapon is the Dragunov SVD, also called
Снайперская винтовка Драгунова.
A semi-automatic designated marksman rifle introduced in 1963 after 5 years of development by Yevgeny Dragunov that used the Soviet-preferred 7.62 x 54mm R round. Despite its similarities with the AK series, Dragunov shared zero-part commonality with the AK due to having massive changes both within and out. Rather than being used by a dedicated sniper team, the Dragunov is used more as a force multiplier by giving it to a designated marksman in a standard fire team so they could focus down or suppress a long-range target. Anyway, that's enough history, let's move on to actual gameplay. So, her skill, Tower of Disipony, at level 10, gives you 1 tarot cards every 3 attacks with a maximum of 3, which you can see here. Each card increases her damage by 15% for 5 seconds. And upon activation, she would consume all tarot cards and deal a ×3 damage hit to the furthest target, which has perfect accuracy and can crit. Also, she can deal an additional hit to enemies within 1 unit around the target, which has a damage of 0.5 times the number of tarot cards up to 1.5 times damage. To sum it up, Rico is a combined passive self-buff and bamboo rifle doll that kinda have the best aspect of both. Her damage burst from her skill activation can upfront a lot of damage quickly, and even in longer fight, her passive let her maintain her DPS like other more commonly used self-buff rifle. And since you most likely going to put Calico in a RFHG echelon anyway, she can get a lot of benefits from having her fire rate buffed. The problem, is that in all those clips, I have her equipping her special equipment, the playing cards, which is a better camo cape that provides a ridiculous 45% crit damage, with the same movement penalty. So, she's not going to be very good against most boss or enemies that require some tactical maneuver with this equipped. Unless you have Calico Mod 3, which solves all the mobility problems. Still, without her special equipment, she's not doing very well. Her buff to reduce handgun skill cooldown by 18% for 1, 2 and 4 slots, it's decent, but nothing to write home about. In the end, while Rico isn't the meta, she's still quite good against most mobs, so it's totally fine to use her in any of your RFHG echelon. Anyway, that's all for this episode, and I will see you all next time.